Right guys, thank you for checking out my video today. So essentially I've been a bit delayed in terms of videos and I apologize for that. The reason essentially is I've had COVID the last few weeks. I've been unwell, but excuse me, I'm getting back in the rhythm of things. So apologies up front for that, but I'm here to help you guys on your financial growth journey, and please join mine. Guys, I'm going to be discussing passive income episode 1, whereby I'm going to be going through the first episode discussing investments specifically. So passive income episode 1, investments. So how can you make passive income from investments? So guys, if this is something you're interested in, do join into every episode in terms of passive income, ways to generate passive income, and there's going to be an episode dedicated to each different method over the coming week. So don't miss that out, specifically if you're looking for ways to make passive income. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to get into this video. Like I always say, let's get started. Right guys, so before I get into episode 1, passive income, investments, guys, for those that have not already subscribed to my channel, why haven't you done so? It's free, it's completely free. You just need to hit the subscribe button below, the red subscribe button. It's always good to get some knowledge in terms of ways that you can generate passive income, financial knowledge. It's at no extra cost. So like, you know, hit the subscribe button, you know. Other than that, guys, if you like the video, hit the like button and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out any further videos. Also, guys, I've got a website which will work in line with this channel. So I'll try to replicate the spoken blogs into written blogs as well, for those that prefer written blogs, if you get what I mean. And they'll be on my website. So guys, do sign up to my website. I'm not going to do newsletters till I hit a certain threshold of subscribers or people that have signed up, because there's no point in doing it for a few people. And yeah, once that hits a certain threshold, I'll start sending out newsletters. So please guys, sign up to sassywoman.net, or it's actually 2 domains connected to one channel. I just chose 2, don't ask. The other one is swfinances.com. I will put a link on the screen and in the description below. So let's get into investments, passive income, episode 1. So guys, I know lots of people are actually very scared of going into investments. I've spoken to friends, and you know, it's mostly the knowledge side of things. People lack the knowledge, hence they're a bit wary putting money into investments. I do have to say up front, I'm not a financial advisor, so you need to do your own research. So I provide guidance, I provide information. Please do your own research every time I do any kind of episode, so you have knowledge at hand, so you make the best informed decisions. So yeah, with investments, you need to do your research. You need to understand what you're getting into. But yes, there is huge potential to make passive income from investments. The first method you can use to make passive income from investments is dividend income. So what does this mean? So essentially, for example, if I buy stock from Shell, for example, Shell at the moment pays, I think, 4 point something. I'll put up a figure on the screen. And guys, I use Freetrade app. So if you're looking to get into investing, check out Freetrade, and this is a UK app. Essentially, it's very straightforward and it's user-friendly for beginners. So do check that out. But yeah, the Shell is an example I'm using here. And Shell is like a petrol company. They provide fuel. They provide, I think it's 4 times a year dividends. So, but I need to double check if that's the case still. And essentially, if you buy a share with them, you get dividend payout 4 times a year, which is fantastic. Essentially, when you buy stocks from Shell, What they would do is, because you've invested into their company, you've taken a certain chunk or a proportion of shares, they would pay you back some dividends from the profits they make. So essentially, all you're doing is put your money to rest in the pot with Shell. They utilize that, but the money obviously stays there, goes up and down according to the value of the share. But they give you a dividend, 4 dividends per year. So essentially, you're not doing much other than putting your money there. Obviously, there's a risk that money could go up and down, but since it's going up, Shell is doing very, very well at the moment. I've been following them. They're not doing too shabby. And at the same time, they pay you 4 times a year dividends. So you're not doing that much, and you're just getting paid dividends to rest your money into shares. Amazing, right? Yeah, it's incredible. So yes, it's scary putting your money there. Like I've specified several times, you could lose that money. But at the end of the day, investment is the way going forward to make plentiful money for the future. Like all the top people, the richest people in the world, they all do investments. Do your own research. This is truly the case, because yes, you can generate a good amount of, sorry, I got a message. You can generate a good amount of passive income from it. So guys, it's not just stocks like the Shell one I specified. You can also go into index funds, which is the less risky, well, it's risky at the end of the day, but less in comparison to doing these individual stocks. Example like Shell, I'm trying to remember the other companies. You've got BP. These are UK ones I'm specifying. With the index funds, essentially, what you're doing is you're putting your money into one type of index, one fund, but that's split across hundreds of companies. So like the S&P 500 is the 500 largest companies in America. And essentially with that, I think the dividend payout I got was once per year. I'm definitely sure it's once per year. So you're investing your money in them. It's more proportioned through more companies. There's more companies where your risk is split out, which is better. And at the same time, you get a dividend payout, which is amazing. It is amazing. And, you've got more options in terms of your money's not sitting just with one company, which is great. Alternatively, you have REITs, which is a real estate investment trust. So this is split between like different kind of companies, properties. It goes into a more diverse property portfolio, you could say. So you don't have to physically buy a property. This is a company which has a lot of investments, or they've purchased a lot of properties in different things. And essentially you're just investing into that company and getting a dividend payout that way. So guys, you have a lot of options in regards to the type of investment you would go for, all offering the potential for dividend payouts. But do read the description of the type of investment you look into, because it should say there in the description if they will pay out a dividend payout. Freetrade specifically, it makes it so easy. So when you go into a specific investment, I'll show you on the screen, if you go in the middle, it will come up on the screen somewhere. There's a figure in terms of what the dividend payout is. And if you want to check further in terms of how often that company pays it, just go into Google and type in how often does GlaxoSmith, or how often does Herbalife pay a dividend payout, and it will just provide you information there. Also, the secondary way you can make money from investments is essentially the money you put into your pot, for example. So say if you've invested, I'm just going to say in S&P 500, and you bought the share 2 years ago, it was £45 per share. It's nothing near that at the moment, it's much higher. But if it was £45 per share at the time, and suddenly 2 years later, it's gone up to 65, 70, £100 per share, your money's already gone up, because the money you originally bought the shares for it's achieved higher than that price range. So think about the money you've made in between, especially if you brought more than one share, you're going to be doing quite well. But always remember that can go backwards and downwards. So yeah, there's always that potential to go backwards, but generally investments, I'm telling you, it is the way to go forward, and don't be scared. I was the same. I was very scared to put money into investments because I was like, I'm going to lose it. Like, I literally started to go into investments in my 20s. So I'm in my early 30s now. You can imagine how scared I was. But at the end of the day, if you basically, how do you say it? If you practice this skill of investing, if you practice a skill of investing, if you do your research, you get some knowledge in it, you should be fine. It's not that complicated. It just, you need to understand what you're getting yourself into, which company you're investing with, how have they been doing. You know, obviously these charts, they're like, look at the charts. Don't just look at the charts, because the future results of these companies can significantly change. But what I would say is investing, if you're a beginner, try index funds. And if you're based in the UK, please check out this Freetrade app. I'll put a link below. Essentially, they're offering a scheme whereby if you use my link, we both have the potential to get shares that are worth up to £100. So you could even get yourself an Apple share for free, you know, just by using my link. So definitely check that out. And essentially that is the way you can generate passive income from investments. You don't really do much on your part. It's just literally, like I said, leave your money there and let it grow. So guys, if you found this information useful, please hit the like button. I've already done a video in terms of 3 of the investments index funds where their dividend is quite good. Check that video out. I'll put a link somewhere. But alternatively, I'm going to do a video targeting UK stocks. So which UK stock to consider, and the ones that have the higher dividend payment. And I do need to say one more thing. Just because some of the companies have a ridiculously high dividend payment, and I would be extremely wary of them, because the reason they have that is because they're so up and down that they just kind of need that support, the financial support from, say, us guys, but they might not be doing too well at their end. So do take great caution. I have got a company here which I did some research into, which offers fantastic dividend payments. They're really, really high, but at the same time, they've been doing quite well, because during COVID, the most difficult time for companies, it was actually doing fantastically well. And that is called Rio Tinto. I'll show you on the screen. Sorry, my throat is still quite bad at the moment. So Rio Tinto is essentially a mining company. And if you go into the stats, that's the section on Freetrade, the dividend payment is 12.18%, which is very, very good. And I'm telling you, they've been doing very well, but this is not indicative in terms of future performance. So don't just rely on this. And that's where your own research comes into play. So guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a few of the methods I wanted to discuss with you. And if you don't believe me, do check out other videos where people have actually poured in a lot of money into investments and they've made some hefty gains. Like one of my friends, she put money into Aviva and she's made several £100s. Yes, she did put a hefty sum. It was like £8,000, and she got a payout for, I think she said 400 and something, a dividend payout, which is fantastic. What ways are you guys looking to generate passive income? Are you considering to generate passive income? Are you looking for alternative methods to make money alongside your main job? Are you having issues with, your current job, or you don't know where to get started with passive income? I like to hear from all of you guys. We can all learn from each other, because I am also on the financial growth journey, and every little potential earning helps on the upward journey. So yeah, that's from me. I'm gonna enjoy my Easter now. I hope you guys have a lovely Easter weekend up until Monday, and I will let you get on with what you need to get on with. Let's just end this by hitting the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Formality aside, see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.